Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the powerful integers question on LeetCode. It is an application of sets. So let's see how do we do this. First of all, let's see what is an powerful integer. In this question, we will be given three integers x, y and bound. A powerful integer will be of the form x raised to power I plus y raised to power j such that this sum is less than or equal to bound. Suppose that 2 is our x and y is given to be 3 and the bound is 10. Then the powerful integers will be first of all we start from 2 raised to power 0 plus 3 raised to power 0. It will be 2. 1 plus 1 2. It is less than equals to 10. So 2 is a powerful integer. Then we keep the power of 2 to be same and we keep on incrementing the power of 3. So 3 raised to power 1. It will be 1 plus 3, that is 4. It is also a powerful integer. Then we again increment the power of 3. 1 plus 9, that is 10, and the bond, it is equal to the bond, so it is also a powerful integer. Then if we again increase the power of 3, then it will be 27 plus 1 28, and it will not be a powerful integer. So what we will do now, we will increase the power of 2 to 1, and we will again start from the 0th power of 3. So what will be the sum? 2 plus 1 3, and it is a powerful integer. Then we will keep the power of 2 to be constant and then keep on incrementing the power of 3. So 2 plus 3 raised to power 1, that is 5, and again a powerful integer. 2 raised to power 1 plus 3 raised to power 2, that will be 11, and it will not be a powerful integer. So what we do now, we increment the power of 2 and we start from 0th power of 3 again. So 4 plus 3 7, and then we keep the power of 2 to be same and increment the power of 3. So 4 plus 1, that is 5. Now 4 plus 1, that is 7, is also a powerful integer. Then again we increment the power of 3. So 9 plus 4 13, and it is not a powerful integer. So we again increment the power of 2 and start from 0th power of 3. So 8 plus 1 9, it is powerful integer. 2 raised to power 3, and we again increase the power of 3, keeping the power of 2 to be same. So 8 plus 3 11, and it will not be a powerful integer. Then we increase the power of 2 and start from 0th power of 3. So it will be 16 plus 1 17, so it will not be power of 2, and here we end the loop. Okay, so I suppose you get to know how the power of how all the powerful integers can be found. We start from 0th power of one number and the 0th power of second number also, and keeping the power of one number to be constant, we find the maximum power till where we can go, and then we increase the power of the second number by 1, and when we again find all the powerful integers having this power to be 1, then we again increase the power this power to be 2, the power of first number to be 2, and then find all the powerful integers. Then we increase the power of first number to be 3 and find all the powerful integers till we repeat these steps till we find all the powerful integers. Okay, and here you can see that some numbers will get repeated, that is here 5 and 5, these two got repeated. So what do we have to do? We have to print 5 only one time. So we will be using unordered set, because the ordering does not matter in this question, so we will be using unordered set. Okay, and there is one more base case. Suppose that among x and y, any of the number is 1 and bound is 10. So in this case what will happen is that if you start from the 0th power of 2 and the 0th power of 1, it will be coming 2. Then again you will be increasing the power of 1. So what will happen if you keep on increasing the power of 1? It will always be 2. Got it? So this loop will be infinite and there will be a time limit exceeded. So you don't have to do this, and you have to you have to take care of this base case. Okay, so now let's write the code. First of all, we initialize the powers of x to be 0 and the power of y to be 0, that is I equals to 0 and j equals to 0, and then we declared a unordered set to store our answer. Now we will be having a nested loop so as to traverse through all the powers, that I and j. Okay, so let's write the code. Here I have written the nested loop. So starting from x, the power of x to be 0 and the power of y to be 0, what we do? So we keep the power of x constant and we iterate through all the powers of y such that the sum is less than bound. And when the sum increases the bound, sum crosses the bound, then we again increase the I, that is increase the power of the first number, and iterate through all the powers of the second number. We reinitialize the power of second number to 0, and then we iterate through all the powers of the second number. Then after iterating through all the powers of second number, we again increase the power of the first number and iterate through all the second numbers. Okay, so this is a very simple code, and you can see here there are two base cases, that is if x equals to 1 and if y equals to 1, what we do. So if y is equal to 1, so we do not what we do is that we run this inner loop only one time, because no matter how much we increase the power of y, it will always be 1. That is y raised to power 0 is 1, y raised to power 1 is also 1. So this loop will be infinite. This loop will be infinite if y is equal to 1. So we break only after one iteration. And if x equals to 1, then this outer loop will be infinite. Okay, so we break this loop after only one iteration if x equals to 1, and in the end we return our answer as a vector. And you know that we can pass this unordered set into the vector, and we can return it in this way simply. So here you can see that it's a optimized code and it beats 100%. So thank you for watching. If you learned from this video, please like, comment and subscribe. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the comments. Thank you.